Adventure sports and travel insurance. What thrill seekers need to know. Introduction. Hey there, adventurers and thrill seekers. I'm Viz, your guide through the wild world of travel insurance, tailored for those heart-pumping, adrenaline-fueled activities that we live for. Today, we're diving into an exhilarating yet crucial topic, travel insurance for adventure sports. Now, whether you're planning to skydive in New Zealand, go trekking in Iceland, or go whitewater rafting in the Colorado River, it's vital to understand how travel insurance can protect you during these high adrenaline activities. Here's the deal. Most travel insurance plans shy away from covering high-risk activities, which, let's face it, are often the main attractions of our trips. But who actually reads the fine print to find that out? Fortunately, you got me, Viz, to guide you through these tedious details and help you find a plan that's got your back no matter the adventure. Now make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell for more travel insights. If you got questions or stories to share, drop them in the comments below. Why do you need special travel insurance for adventure sports? Let's start by defining some terms. Travel insurance is a type of insurance for travelers that protects them from certain financial risks and losses that can occur when traveling. Now, these losses can be minor, like a delayed suitcase, or significant, like a last-minute trip cancellation or a medical emergency overseas. Now, when we talk about adventure travelers and adventure sports, we're referring to activities that involve a higher degree of risk or physical exertion. So think skydiving, mountain biking, or rock climbing. Unfortunately, the standard travel insurance policy often falls short on these high adrenaline pursuits. Imagine you're paragliding in the Swiss Alps, a dream come true, until an unexpected gust of wind leads to a crash landing and a broken leg. Without a specialized insurance policy that covers adventure sports, you could be facing staggering medical bills. And not to mention the cost of cutting your trip short. This scenario is not just hypothetical. It's a common reality for many uninsured adventure enthusiasts. So let's unpack how the right travel insurance can be your safety net, ensuring your adventure remains thrilling, not financially draining. Like we mentioned, adventure sports add an element of risk which standard travel insurance policies may not cover. So here's why specialized insurance for adventure travelers is essential. Higher risks. Activities like bungee jumping, scuba diving, or mountain climbing carry inherent risks, and you need a policy that acknowledges this. Medical emergencies. In case of injuries, you'll need coverage for potential medical treatments, which can be costly, especially in remote areas. Equipment and cancellations. Coverage for sports equipment and trip cancellations specific to adventure activities is also crucial. Choosing the right adventure sports travel insurance plan. When looking for the best travel insurance policy for adventure sports, there are several specifics to look for beyond just basic activity coverage and medical limits. Here's some specifics and examples to help guide your decision. Activity coverage, specific sports coverage. Ensure that the policy specifically lists the activities you plan to engage in. For example, if you're going rock climbing, check if the policy covers different types of climbing like bouldering, sport climbing, or ice climbing. Activity levels. Some policies differentiate between amateur and professional levels of sports. Make sure your level of engagement is covered. Medical coverage, high limits. Look for policies with high or unlimited medical coverage. Medical treatment in foreign countries, especially for adventure-related injuries, can be expensive. Emergency evacuation. Check if the policy includes coverage for emergency medical evacuation, which is crucial if you're injured in a remote location. For example, evacuation from a mountainous area can be costly. Pre-existing conditions. Understand how this policy treats pre-existing medical conditions, as this can affect coverage in the event of a medical emergency related to such conditions. Exclusions and limits. Specific exclusions. Policies may exclude certain high-risk activities. For instance, some might cover hiking but not mountaineering, or scuba diving but not cave diving. Geographical limitations. Some policies have geographical exclusions. Ensure that the regions where you'll be participating in adventure sports are covered. Activity-related exclusions. Policies exclude incidents occurring under the influence of alcohol or drugs during the activity. Additional benefits. Equipment coverage. Look for policies that cover loss, theft, or damage to specialized sports equipment. For example, if you're skiing, check if your ski gear is covered. Trip interruptions. Choose policies that cover interruptions specific to adventure sports. For example, if you can't go on a pre-booked hiking expedition due to an injury, the policy should cover the cost. Search and rescue. Some policies include search and rescue expenses, which can be a lifesaver in activities like backcountry skiing or mountain biking. Adventure sports rider. Policies that allow you to add an adventure sports rider, enhancing coverage for activities not covered under standard policies, is something to keep an eye out for. Additional considerations. Deductibles. Evaluate the deductible amount, which is the amount you pay out of pocket before insurance kicks in. A lower deductible can mean a higher premium, but it can be more cost-effective in the event of a claim. Repatriation coverage. In case of a severe accident, repatriation coverage ensures you can be transported back to your home country for medical care. Legal expenses. For activities that might carry a risk of legal issues, like paragliding in regulated airspace, check if the policy covers legal expenses. Duration of coverage. Ensure that the policy covers the entire duration of your trip, including travel days. By considering these specific factors, you can choose the best travel insurance policy that provides comprehensive protection tailored to your adventure sports needs. Remember, the cheapest policy isn't always the best option, especially when it comes to high-risk activities. Now let's talk about the providers of these plans. When choosing adventure sports travel insurance, it's essential to consider various options, as each offers different benefits and potential drawbacks. Established providers in the industry typically offer comprehensive coverage for a wide range of activities, including both standard and more extreme sports. Their plans might, however, be priced based on factors like travel destination, trip length, and the specific activities covered. And these comprehensive plans often include higher coverage limits for trip cancellations and lost or damaged property, which can be crucial for adventure travelers. On the other hand, newer insurance providers, especially those targeting digital nomads, offer competitive pricing and broad coverage for a variety of adventure sports and activities. Now, these policies might be more affordable with pricing models that consider factors such as age and travel destination, including or excluding the United States. Now, these providers often boast substantial coverage limits for medical emergencies. However, they might not offer certain benefits like trip cancellation reimbursement or coverage for lost valuables at the destination. Additionally, some activities might not be covered under their policies, so it's important to check for specific exclusions, such as certain high-risk sports or activities. A common pitfall with both types of providers is the potential for misunderstandings regarding policy coverage. Now, travelers might assume certain activities are covered when they are not. This may lead to unexpected out-of-pocket expenses in cases of an incident. It's also crucial to understand the specific terms regarding coverage limits, deductibles, and exclusions, as these can significantly impact the effectiveness and suitability of the insurance for your specific adventure needs. It's always recommended to thoroughly review and compare different insurance policies, considering your specific travel plans and activities to ensure that you have the most specific coverage for your adventure sports experiences. At G1G, we've developed a groundbreaking AI tool, ITIRA, Intelligent Travel Insurance Risk and Assessment. It revolutionizes how adventure travelers prepare for their journeys. ITIRA intelligently cross-references a traveler's itinerary against a multitude of travel safety metrics. It creates a customized travel safety package tailored to the unique needs and risks for each trip. ITIRA goes beyond the traditional scope of travel insurance. It encompasses not only standard coverage, but also vital services like crisis response and evacuation, offering an additional layer of security in unpredictable situations. Also, G1G provides comprehensive claims support, streamlining what can be a complex and stressful process. If you have any questions about what we just covered, please check out some of our other travel insurance resources, including the playlists on various topics we have on YouTube, or visit our FAQ and Help Center on g1g.com. Also, always feel free to reach out to any of our qualified travel safety advisors on the phone who are standing by 24/7 to help. Timing your purchase. The timing of purchasing your adventure sport travel insurance is a crucial aspect that can significantly impact the extent of your coverage. Here's 6 things to keep in mind and consider. Early bird benefits. For instance, if you're planning a ski trip to the Alps 6 months in advance, buying insurance right after booking can cover you if you unexpectedly break your leg a month before the trip and can't go. Last-minute limitations. Conversely, if you wait until just before departure to buy insurance and then a family emergency prevents you from traveling, you might not be covered for trip cancellation. Look out for time-sensitive benefits. Some policies offer benefits like pre-existing conditions waivers or cancel for any reason coverage, which are only available if the policy is purchased within a specific time frame after making your initial trip deposit. Check for natural disasters coverage. If a natural disaster occurs before purchasing your insurance and affects your travel plans, you might not be covered unless the policy was bought before the disaster was forecasted and occurred. Consider the trip deposit date. The purchase window for maximum coverage often starts from the first trip deposit. Now, this is especially important for trips planned well in advance. Unforeseen events. The primary reason for early purchase is to cover unforeseen events. Once an event becomes foreseen, like a storm brewing in the destination, it may not be covered. By purchasing your adventure sports travel insurance early, you not only secure coverage for a broader range of potential issues, but also leverage the full benefits of your policy, ensuring a more relaxed and secure lead up to your adventurous endeavor. Special considerations for different adventure sports. When it comes to adventure sports, each activity carries its unique set of risks and requirements, necessitating specific considerations in your travel insurance policy. Here are just some examples highlighting these specific needs for 10 of the most common adventure sports. Scuba diving. Coverage for scuba diving often focuses on the costs of hyperbaric treatment coverage due to the risk of decompression sickness. Additionally, coverage for lost or damaged diving equipment and coverage for dive-specific incidents like drift diving accidents should be considered. Rock climbing. For rock climbers, policies should prioritize rescue and evacuation services due to the remote and inaccessible locations often involved. Look for coverage that includes helicopter rescue and transport to the nearest medical facility. Rock climbing can also involve risks like equipment failure or adverse weather conditions, so coverage for these eventualities is also important. Skiing and snowboarding. When insuring for winter sports like skiing and snowboarding, consider policies that cover avalanche rescue and off-piste activities. Additionally, coverage for equipment loss or damage, including rented gear, is essential. Some policies might also offer compensation if ski facilities are closed due to adverse weather conditions. Mountain biking. For mountain biking enthusiasts, insurance should cover medical treatment for injuries commonly associated with biking accidents, like fractures or head injuries. Policies should also consider covering damage or loss of the bike itself, especially if it's a high-value item. Surfing. Surfing insurance should include coverage for acute injuries that might occur due to collision with the board, other surfers, or marine life. Given the nature of surfing destinations, which are often remote, ensure that your policy includes medical evacuation and repatriation, paragliding, and hang gliding. These aerial sports require insurance that covers aerial rescue and emergency medical treatment. Given the high risk associated with these sports, ensure the policy does not exclude them as extreme sports. Trekking and hiking. For trekkers and hikers, especially in high altitude or remote areas, look for policies covering altitude sickness treatment and emergency evacuation, possibly including airlifts from high altitude locations. Whitewater rafting. Insurance for whitewater rafting should cover injuries due to capsizing or collisions with rocks. Check if the policy covers various grades of rapids, as some might only cover lower grade rapids. Bungee jumping. Ensure that the policy covers this specific activity, as some insurers classify it as an extreme sport and exclude it. Coverage for accidental injuries related to the jump should be included. Horseback riding. If horseback riding is on your itinerary, look for policies covering injuries from falls or being kicked by a horse. Also consider coverage for any liability if the horse gets injured or injures someone else. Each of these sports requires tailored insurance coverage to address their specific risks and challenges. It's crucial to read the fine print and understand what is and isn't covered. Now, always verify with the insurer if you're unsure whether a particular activity is covered under your policy. Remember, the right insurance can be the difference between a minor hiccup and a major financial burden in case of an accident or emergency. Frequently asked questions. To sum up and recap what we've covered, let's take a look at the most asked questions around the web about travel insurance and adventure sports. Remember, if you have any additional questions, drop them in the comments below. What exactly is an adventure traveler? An adventure traveler seeks experiences that combine risk, physical challenge, and the exploration of the unknown. Unlike conventional tourism, this involves engaging directly with nature, undertaking physically demanding tasks, and immersing yourself in unique cultural experiences. Adventure travel spans a range of activities, from trekking in secluded mountains, navigating whitewater rapids, or bungee jumping from high structures. It's about more than seeking thrills. It's a quest for personal growth, cultural understanding, and connecting with nature on a profound level, often venturing off the beaten path to discover the world's hidden wonders. If you're in this cohort of tourists, then your run-of-the-mill credit card travel insurance won't cut it, and you will require specialized travel insurance with adventure sports protection. Which travel insurance covers adventure sports? For adventurers engaging in high-risk activities, such as skydiving, scuba diving, mountaineering, and rock climbing, standard travel insurance may not suffice. It's crucial to opt for specialized adventure travel insurance that comprehensively covers the unique risks associated with these sports. Travel insurance with adventure sports protection offers tailored coverage that includes medical treatment for injuries, emergency evacuation, and in some cases, coverage for lost or damaged sports equipment. When seeking adventure sports insurance, it's vital to ensure that the plan explicitly covers your intended activities, as general policies often have exclusions that could affect your coverage. To find the best adventure sports coverage, visit g1g.com and simply enter the activities you'll be partaking in during your trip, and our AI will scan thousands of travel insurance plans fine print to find you only the best travel insurance for your adventure sport. What is the coverage of adventure travel insurance? Travel insurance acts as a safeguard against the unpredictable, covering a spectrum of scenarios from medical emergencies to trip cancellations. The coverage varies by policy, but generally includes medical expenses, trip cancellation or interruption, loss or damage to baggage and personal effects, and emergency evacuation. Specifically, adventure travel insurance policies extend coverage to include high-risk activities often excluded by standard policies, such as scuba diving and mountaineering. It's essential to meticulously review your policy's terms to ensure it aligns with your activities, providing peace of mind as you embark on your adventure. How is accidental injury defined in the context of adventure sports coverage? Accidental injury is typically defined as bodily harm caused by an unexpected, specific event during the insured's trip that requires medical treatment, excluding injuries caused by or resulting from sickness. Are there coverage options for high-risk activities like mountaineering or extreme sports? Yes, policies may offer optional coverage for activities considered high risk, such as mountaineering and extreme sports, covering losses due to accidental injuries incurred during these activities up to the maximum benefit limit specified. What is considered an emergency evacuation under adventure sports travel insurance? Emergency evacuation coverage typically includes necessary expenses incurred for transporting the insured to the nearest medical facility with adequate care or back to their home country in the event of a serious illness or injury. Can adventure sports travel insurance provide for equipment rental if mine is lost or damaged? Some plans may offer benefits for sports equipment rental, compensating for the rental cost of equipment like skis or diving gear if the insured's own equipment is lost, stolen, or damaged during the trip. What happens if I need to cancel my trip due to an injury incurred while engaging in an adventure sport? Trip cancellation coverage can reimburse prepaid non-refundable expenses if you must cancel your trip for covered reasons, which may include accidental injury sustained during adventure sports, subject to the policy's terms and conditions. Is there coverage for trip interruptions caused by accidents or illnesses from adventure sports? Trip interruption coverage may reimburse for unused travel expenses and additional costs incurred to return home if your trip is cut short due to covered events, including accidents or illnesses from adventure sports. Closing thoughts. For adventure sports enthusiasts, the right travel insurance isn't just a safety net, it's a necessity. It ensures that your adrenaline-filled experiences don't lead to financially burdensome consequences. Be informed, choose wisely, and then embrace your adventure with confidence and peace of mind. And there you have it, adventurers. Like, subscribe, and share this video to keep the adventuring spirit alive. Stay safe, and see you in the next video. Disclaimer. We are a travel tech company that makes a profit when you buy travel insurance plans from us. So, I want to make that portion clear. However, we verify and vet all of the companies and plans that we offer. Remember, this video is meant to serve as general educational information. Nothing here is medical advice. Always check plan documents and specific benefits definitions, coverage amounts, exclusions, and limitations.